So this is my grey water recycling tank. What it does is it takes the water from the wastewater from the upstairs bathrooms, that's sinks, showers, baths, and also the washing machine, and stores it in a tank where it is kept and mildly processed before being used to flush the toilets. The idea being that you store the water, you don't waste nice drinking water flushing the toilets. Another added advantage is a shower and a bath is a certain temperature, it's hot water, so that heat is also stored in this tank and heats this room, which is then captured by the MVHR system, but also it goes into the toilet cisterns, and the toilet cisterns are therefore at a higher temperature than they would be ideally with mains water. I've got a research project going on with the manufacturers of the tank who want to know what sort of temperatures I'm achieving with the tank, and that's an ongoing thing. In terms of problems we had putting it in, it's relatively new. This is version 2 of a tank they first built for me, and it's a prototype. You can see that looking at it. It's not very organized. They want to minimize it, but I had to specify things like the switch over which turns the waste from going into the tank down to the mains if I want to isolate it, and also specify the bypass to make sure that if this tank breaks down I can still flush the toilets, because that's an important thing to be able to do. I mean, also obviously there's the fact that I had to plumb all the bathrooms upstairs to come into this, so it's not something to do to a house unless it's a very specific set of circumstances. So version 1 of the tank lacked an input filter to kind of capture hair and stuff like that. Also the processing didn't work. It was an anaerobic, i.e. no air system. This is an anaerobic system, hence we got the pump here. And it also had a problem with clogging up the filter, basically because of the lack of the input filter and the lack of the processing. So that tank we took the feedback from that first tank, went back to the manufacturers and rebuilt a new one. They're used to building big commercial systems, so it was kind of fresh ground for them. And this is the version we have now. I'm hoping they're going to build me a version 3, which is even smaller, so we can actually get into this room without this expansion vessel here. But so far it's working fine, and we're kind of reusing our shower water to flush the toilets.